Local church is devastated after one of their workers is killed, and police say the suspect is her husband.
The church told us he also worked there. 41 Action News reporter Andres Gutierrez live at the church tonight with more. Andres.
Mike, we've learned the suspect, Robert Harris, and the victim, his wife, Tanisha Harris, first met here at this church where they did work together. Tonight, members of this church are still struggling to come with grips with what's happened so far.
This loss is profound.
Imagine going out for a quick lunch break and never returning home. This is exactly what happened to Tanisha Harris on January 8, 2018. A beloved associate pastor and a bank employee who vanished after leaving work. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.
Called to report a disturbance. He was home alone at the time. Hours later, the husband once again called police, this time to report Harris missing. Officers say they became suspicious of the 30-year-old man after their interview. During further questioning, he admitted to police he had a role in his wife's disappearance.
To hear the news of this and there to be any allegation that he's involved makes the blow even all the more deep.
Funderburk recalls how Harris met the man she would eventually marry in July 2016.
They begin to correspond and begin to have conversation, and the embers of romance begin to bud, and so they had a long-distance relationship for quite some time. He relocated here primarily for her.
The newlyweds worked at the church where Harris was a minister and administrative assistant while he served as a...
On a seemingly ordinary day in January 2018, Tanisha Harris left her bank job for a lunch break. The clock reads 11:44 a.m. when she stepped outside, but she never returned. Her husband, Robert Harris, a respected church elder, frantically reported her missing. To everyone around them, the couple seemed to have it all: love, faith, and a commitment to their church. But beneath this picture-perfect life, a dark and twisted secret festered, leading to a tragic outcome that no one could have predicted. What led this loving husband and church leader to strangle his wife after less than 2 years of marriage? Why was he hiding the truth? And who else was caught in this web of deception? Stay tuned as we unravel the devastating tale of love, betrayal, and the shocking murder of Tanisha Harris, a crime that would rock an entire community to its core. A picture-perfect marriage, or so it seemed. To those who knew them, Robert and Tanisha were the embodiment of a happy, loving couple. Tanisha, a passionate associate pastor, and Robert, a church elder, were dedicated to their faith and to each other. Their love story appeared nothing short of a fairy tale. Long distance at first, but fueled by passion so deep that Robert moved from Missouri to Kansas City to be closer to his beloved. Just 18 months into their marriage, they were building a life together, blending their families and dreams. Tanisha worked at a bank and Robert employed at a hospital, were pillars of their community. They were admired for their kindness, their commitment to the church, and their unwavering faith. Friends and colleagues often spoke of the couple's dedication, and Robert was known for sharing inspirational messages on social media, going live from his car to spread hope and offer prayers. But behind those inspirational posts and loving words lay something far more sinister, a truth that would ultimately tear their lives apart.
Going to heal you today, because you have to make a conscious decision that you will be healed, and today is your day. I believe that today is your day for healing. So I'm going to pray. So as you come on in, invite someone, and we're going to pray. I'm not going to delay the time. Give me just a moment.
January 8, 2018, started as a typical day for Tanisha. She left her job for lunch as she always did. Hours passed, and when she failed to return, her co-workers grew concerned. Her husband Robert, too, appeared to be worried, calling the police to report his wife missing. But when police arrived at their home to question him, something felt off. Despite the gravity of the situation, Robert seemed very calm. As the police looked around the house, they discovered broken glass, blood on the carpet, and signs that something terrible had occurred. And yet, Robert maintained his innocence. The police were unconvinced. Their suspicion grew even further when they noticed that Robert had rearranged the furniture in an attempt to cover up bloodstains on the carpet. Beneath a movable table, officers uncovered more blood, and their worst fear began to solidify. Robert's alibi unraveled further as investigators learned that he had made multiple trips to Walmart earlier that day, purchasing cleaning supplies, plastic bag, and a knife. The horrifying reality of what happened to Tanisha was about to come to light. Under mounting pressure and the weight of undeniable evidence, Robert Harris eventually confessed. He had killed his wife. Investigators soon found Tanisha's body wrapped in a garbage bag, dumped in a field few miles from their home. Her car was discovered abandoned in a nearby park. The autopsy revealed the grim truth. Tanisha had been manually strangled, and the trauma on her body suggested she had suffered greatly in her final moments. But as if this tragedy weren't shocking enough, a new revelation would soon take the investigation in an unexpected direction. During the trial, a bombshell testimony from a man named Stephen Jr. turned the case upside down. Stephen, a fellow church member of Tanisha and Robert's church, revealed that he had been in a romantic relationship with Robert. According to Stephen, their secret affair was the catalyst for Tanisha's murder. He claimed that Robert's desperation to keep their relationship hidden had led him to commit the unthinkable. This stunning admission left the church community reeling. Robert had visited Stephen shortly after the police first arrived at his home, appearing sweaty and nervous. Stephen, unaware of the full extent of what had transpired, didn't know that Robert had just unalived his wife. As the case unfolded, the community that had once looked up to Robert as a spiritual leader now faced a bitter divide. Some were shocked beyond belief, unable to reconcile the man they knew with the horrific crime he had committed. Others felt betrayed, struggling to comprehend how a man so devoted to his faith could have harbored such dark secret. Stephen, meanwhile, faced a backlash. He took to social media to defend himself, revealing more about the hidden relationship within the church. He accused others of covering up their own affairs with Robert, claiming that they too were afraid to speak out of fear of exposure. The revelation stirred a fierce debate. While some sympathized with Stephen for coming forward, others condemned him, arguing that his affair with Robert had contributed to Tanisha's death. Social media exploded with opinions, with one commenter bluntly stating, "Stephen is not innocent. He's tormented by guilt, and now he's trying to justify his actions." Despite Robert's initial plea of not guilty, the evidence against him were overwhelming. The jury convicted him of first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Tanisha's family, devastated by the loss, found some solace in a conviction. Justice had been served, but the pain of losing such a vibrant, caring woman would never fully fade. Tanisha Harris's death remained a haunting reminder of the hidden darkness that lurk beneath even the most outwardly perfect lives. A respected church elder, a loving wife, and a dedicated pastor. None of these roles could shield Robert Harris from the consequences of his actions. His lies, his betrayal, and his crime tore apart not only his life, but the lives of everyone who knew and loved Tanisha. What do you think? Was Stephen partly responsible for what happened to Tanisha? Or was this tragedy solely the result of Robert's action? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below. And please don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime stories.